Well, here we are again with the amazing Technicolor Dream Kilt. Just made that up. And it occurred to me, it's another one of these, hey, I haven't showed you this yet moments, how I shape and make a military front apron. Elsewhere, you've seen how I shape and sew together the civilian style. And the difference between the two is the civilian style, what we call the civilian style, will have a fringed edge. And we achieve that by sort of folding the apron edge over like that. So this portion's fringed, and you sew it along here and on the other side. But the military kilt does not have a fringed edge. There are one or two examples in the Seaforth collection of officers' kilts with a very narrow fringe, but these are all wartime purchases by officers when they're on leave in Scotland, and somebody, whoever they went to, got it mostly right, added a fringed edge. Now it's part of the history, but it's not something they do anymore. In any case, yeah, so as we can see, the 51 pleats are sewn. It's been basted in 1, 2, 3 positions to hold it, because after I finish this video, I'm going to give it its first press. This is very heavy cloth, which is why I did one more row of basting than as usual, because this is going to take a little while to do it, because the cloth again is quite heavy. So I've, in the same manner as the other kilts that I've showed you, the outer apron canvas is properly sewn in place. The apron's been measured, the left hand or the left hip seam sewn down, again, hip to waist and then parallel, and that's been basted flat. Now the canvas isn't attached yet, because again, I'll refer you to the videos where I construct that civilian seam or civilian apron. But in this case, what we do is the raw edge is concealed inside and out of where it can't fray. So basically what I've done is fold and fold again. This outside edge, of course, being shaped to the measurements. So having folded like that, capturing the the raw edge inside, and then based it. I've shaped it. And again, when I do this, shape this A-line, this fellow's from California, so he can't just pop up for a random fitting. So I've got the pictures on my laptop right now, and I'm referring to them to establish, because we have this measurement, you know, the waist and the hip, but to achieve the right A-line, I have to refer to the photographs to see the musculature of his legs. If we have very muscular legs, we need a more dramatic A-line. If we have a slimmer leg, then we go somewhat less. So, and that's pretty much achieved by, frankly, trial and error and a hell of a lot of experience. So I've pinned it in position, as we can see, and shaped it. Now the next thing I'm going to do is baste this so that I can take the pins out of there, because I'm always a little bit nervous when there's pins left in a garment. So having pinned and shaped it, and again, I checked, after shaping it, I make sure that both sides are symmetrical. So we see the white line appearing at about the same point on either side, which reassures me that we've got a symmetric shape. So I'm going to base this. Then having basted it, because remember, with a civilian kilt, the canvas vanishes into this fold right here. But in a military kilt, at least the way I do it, the canvas, I'm going to bring the canvas across, and yes, I'm doing this one-handed, but my videographer is busy right now, and I don't want to interrupt him, and I don't want to wait for him. So here we are. So I'm going to bring the canvas across, and because this canvas is light and it doesn't have, it's not very stiff, I'm going to fold it back and cut it there so that I have 2 thicknesses of canvas on this spot, just to give us a little more shaping. So yeah, once I've done that, pinned it in place, sewn it down very carefully so that the stitches aren't visible from the outside, then we'll give it a press. And after that, I'll be back and show you what I do next.